Nothing is going to change unless you put your feet to the ground and say, I'm digging my heels in. I know it's going to be hard. I know I'm going to have pushback. I know it's going to be requiring me to put time into it. When all my friends are out there running around and clubbing and doing this and chasing tail and doing this and doing that and drinking and having fun on the weekends, no, I'm going to be in these charts studying. I'm going to be living my life differently. But they're still going to be out there trying to chase tail, broke as fuck, driving a beater fucking car, and ain't doing shit in their life. And you'll be able to pull down annual fucking salaries on a week. You can't even imagine where you're going to be. You can't even imagine it. Whatever you think is your level of success, it's not big enough. It's not big enough. You have no idea when you strip all these limitations that you put on yourself. You shackle yourself with your own mindset. You do it. This is all I can see myself doing right now. When you start making $100,000 a year, you start thinking to yourself, well, shit, that wasn't all that hard. I thought it was really hard. Well, now I'm going to aim for $500,000. And the attempts that you do to do that, you get there in less than half the time. And you start thinking, well, shit, they say the first $1 million is the hardest one. I'm about there. Boom, in a couple more months, and then you're there. Then you look back and say, $1 million isn't all that much money. And yeah, it took some effort, but it didn't take as much effort as I thought it was going to take. And then you start making $5 million, $10 million, $15 million, $50 million. And I know I'm talking in numbers none of you can fucking comprehend, but it is what it is, folks. It's just math. It's just math. You're compounding the efforts of what you're able to do on the smallest form. In that little cookie cutter mold that I'm going to find 5 handles in the S&P to begin with. And I'm going to let it grow till I can start doing 8. And then 10, or start with 20 in NASDAQ and work towards 30 and 40 to 50. You only got to do them a few times a week, folks. And as your equity increases, you can afford to do more contracts. That compounds, and you keep adding it more and more and more. But the level of risk is always the same. Whatever you associate in terms of your risk, I'm not going to risk more than 1%. But I can't get rich trading with 1%. Bullshit. You can get rich trading with 1/4 of 1%. You have to submit the time. None of you want to do that part, but that's the part you have to submit to. That's the first thing I submitted to when I first started trading. I had a 20-year plan. Imagine me writing a book. How to be successful and retire 20 years as a trader. Nobody's buying that book. Now, in the 80s and the 90s, that would have been a great title because everything was around what? And for you younger folks, you ain't going to know this, but it was all mutual fund. It was when mutual funds and fidelity. Everybody was trying to get people to invest in these mutual funds. And they were projecting, this is what you should do. Average is 12% return on stocks over the course of the years. You put this much money in, your money can compound. You'll have $1 million by the time you're whatever. So I was like, well, shit. If I can make 12% in a mutual fund a year, what happens if I start making 12% a month? And then what happens when I start making 12% every 2 weeks? And then what happens if I make 12% a week? And what happens if I can compound my efforts and find trades that yield 12% in the same day? Suddenly, all these big numbers that were fearful for me as even contemplating as realistic ever to reach for, they became reachable. Because I'm not increasing the level of effort in my trades. All I need is the setup. And as the equity increases in the baseline is whatever it is at the time, it's 100,000, 250,000, 500,000, $1 million account. Whatever that is, the risk percentage is never increasing. So whatever you've adopted as your model is, this is what I'm going to risk. It's going to be 1% or less. It's going to be 0.5%. It's going to be 1/4%. You're trying to tell me you're not satisfied risking 1/4 of 1% of $1 million if you have that in your trading. Okay, it's real money, not funded bullshit. It's real money, and you're able to take down a setup that yields 5 to 8 to 10 times what you're risking. Really? You don't think that that's a good living? 50 fucking grand a week? You can't get rich? Oh yeah, you're fucking great. That's rich. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You failed math. But you have to give yourself time.
I'm back, boys. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys are doing well. Happy Tuesday. Happy final day of September. At least that's what they tell me, at least. It's almost October, chat. Good morning, good morning. Say what's up in the chat. Like the stream. You guys know the drill. My bad. Didn't realize I was muted there. Good morning, guys. What's up, Jorno, Wolf Dubai, taking in Rami, Big Head Reef, Potty, Francesco, Bill Smoke. What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hope you guys are all doing well. Good morning. Good morning. Let's jump in to the charts. So first and foremost, last day of the month, we have we got Jolt's job openings, red folder news at 10 a.m. boys and girls. It is also NFP week this week, so we have NFP on Friday, which is the 3rd, and we have we have red folder every day this week. I mean, outside of yesterday. So ended up taking yesterday off. Yesterday it ended up being a good day to take off. So if you guys ended up kind of sitting more on the sideline yesterday, I would say hats off to you. I felt like especially the silver bullet hour was just another chop fest. So definitely a good day to sit out. I checked the charts later and I'm like, yep, happy with my decision. So audio should be working now, boys and girls. My bad. I didn't realize I was muted. Fresh cut, no fresh cut. No fresh cut. I do have a haircut scheduled for Thursday though, so we're gonna get this mop cleaned up, boys and girls. We're gonna get this mop cleaned up. Don't you worry about it. Looking at the charts here, let's dive in. I was actually gonna be extremely tempted this morning to try a pre-market long. Basically, the premise of the idea was that we had traded down, taken this sell side liquidity here, traded down into this 4-hour gap and 4-hour order block. And at the moment, we're holding it. So I was tempted this morning to potentially entertain the idea of longs in the pre-market. However, kind of just the fact that, I'll tell you here, I guess, in a second. So basically, I'm looking here at the 15-minute, right? Coming out of that 4-hour bullish fair value gap. And what I'm looking at was that we did get this inversion on this 15-minute gap here, right, on NQ. But ES did not have the strength to inverse this fair value gap on the 15. So basically between that and then just the fact that we still have 10 a.m. news, a lot of times when we have 10 a.m., Jolt's job openings, 10 a.m. red folder news, like a lot of times opening range just really isn't that favorable to trade. It's usually better to just wait for that 10 a.m. news to pass. And then honestly, you usually get better moves like the 11 a.m. macro, if anything. So just those things in mind, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to bother with this. And that ended up being a good decision. So we are just totally flipping this fair value gap back on its head. So getting a push down here at the open. But that kind of was the idea. The other reason that I didn't really care for it too much was that I still felt like we were in a pretty deep premium of the range, right? So even if you were to just use like this swing low here on the 4-hour and then measure to the swing high, like we were still in a relative premium of even this leg, right? And then if you include just the whole range, well, now you're in even more of a premium. So there's that. We do still have this, was this a weekly gap that was left behind? Yes. So we do still have this weekly. We actually left another weekly gap below previous weekly low on the NASDAQ. Might be worth noting this. Come on. There we go. So previous weekly low is 422.5. But yeah, that was just kind of the premise of being able to, you know, kind of filter out that trade earlier this morning. But it definitely was something that caught my eye when I initially kind of looked at the charts this morning as a potential idea. But happy to just kind of sit it out and obviously avoid a loss in hindsight. So all good there. And now we're seeing price just driving down here. Driving down. NQ has actually picked up weakness against ES, funny enough, after being the stronger of the two. ES is just holding these ranges lately. But yeah, let me check the poll in the chat here, actually. Yeah, bullish. All right, 65% bullish. We're actually way more bullish than usual. Usually we're about like 50, 55% bullish. 65% bullish. All right, we're starting to get a little tilted, boys. Is that why this is dumping? We're just going to see this thing free fall through the floor now? Is that what's about to go down today? What's up, Jared? What's up, Right? Brian, good morning. Strong Penguin, good morning. My audio should be working, guys. Can I get some verification that my audio is working? I've still seen a couple comments in the chat saying audio not working, but it looks good on my end. Audio is loud and clear. Perfect. Appreciate you guys. What's up, Melda? What's up, Derek? Hamas has 2 more days before we send 10 trillion to Israel. Sexy and lively, Tyler. Oscar. Hey, I appreciate that more than you know. What's up, Carrie? Good morning. Good morning. You Too Slow. I like that name. What's up, man? What's up, guys? All right, so we're only 6 minutes into the open here. The chat is extremely bullish today, apparently. We are about to see price on NASDAQ raid these London lows. I love the fact that this is building a nice low resistance liquidity, trendline liquidity to the upside, whatever you want to call it, I guess. That was also, I guess, just because we were talking about the potential pre-market longs. That was also part of the thought process as well, was that London, right, created the manipulation, potential low of day, and then New York continuation. But here we are just making another raid for lower. So yeah, it was an interesting spot. I feel like you could have definitely justified the longs, but you definitely also had, you know, easy reasons to talk yourself out of taking it as well. So fade the chat. You handsome. Oh, Carrie, thank you so much. Wait till I get my haircut Thursday. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to be beating you boys off with a stick. Wait. Pause. That sounded bad. Will you trade the news? I don't think so. No, it's red folder news. If it was orange folder news at 10 a.m., I would be willing to be in a position, you know, around, even if a setup formed like in the macro, last 10 minutes of the hour, I'd be open to it. Just because it's red folder, I just would rather just wait for it to pass and stay away on it. I mean, you know, when there's red folder 10 a.m. news, I'm usually just expecting, just based on my experience, I just feel like trading around the 10 a.m. news most of the time, just, it's usually giving you fake outs and setting traps for, you know, inducing people in to then just take them out as we just kind of grind in the same direction over the silver bullet hour. And then usually like around maybe 10:30 at the earliest, but a lot of times that 11 a.m. macro ends up kind of being the, you know, a lot of us like looking for a reversal, for example, kind of ends up being that manipulation flip to distribution. We'll see though. We'll see. 4 hour. What I would say here, as far as like identifying the next draw on liquidity, this 4 hour gap obviously is important, and just to see how we how we close off this 4-hour candle in the next 20 minutes. So, you know, I would say if this 4-hour gap does get disrespected and we do trade below it and close, it would be, to me, a much easier time actually looking for a continuation lower. All things considered, maybe to that previous weekly low, right? So, and then this is Friday. Okay. But that's kind of the thought for now. Obviously, that can change, though. We'll see what Jolts wants to do. Where is... Yeah, we're already below previous day low. And we're free. Chat was bullish, so that means we're free falling. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. We're back. We are back. I don't know. What do you boys think? I feel like my analysis is pretty good. Let me know. Am I missing something? Let me know. I'm open to feedback. Maybe I'm blind. Maybe I am missing something. I know we have SMT currently, so don't say that. Say anything but that. I got the 2 charts right here. I can see that we're SMTing the lows currently. I understand. Why do I have blue boxes messing up my screen? I can barely see the screen on TradingView. Oh, YK SETI. Just go here to your chart settings. And chart settings. Oh, why is it doing that? Oh yeah, go to where is it? Status line or symbol? Yeah, go to symbol on your TradingView chart settings, and then right here where it says electronic trading hours background, just turn the opacity down to 0. Yeah, that was kind of an annoying little update that they did. Assuming that's what you're talking about. You want to purchase a Lambo? Me too, Kimu. You first, and then I'll buy one after you. How about that? Monday regular trading hours gap just filled. Yep. Look at the long setup before the news. Look at the long setup before the news. I was looking at it pre-market, but basically off this 15-minute inversion from a 4-hour fair value gap. And yeah, good decision to just stay away. Would have been a fat L. Stop would have been, if I was going to take it, I think my stop would have just gone below the inversion fair value gap candle. So I think the stop would have been like 28 points or something. You use NWOG and NDOG. I do have an indicator that I do put on from time to time just to kind of see where things are at. But do I look at them? Honestly, I don't try to necessarily base my analysis off of the new day opening gaps necessarily, or new week opening gaps. Some people really, really like using them. I've just kind of found that I feel like I trade better. I see things clearer when I just say, okay, let me start off on like the daily, the 4-hour, right? And I'm like, okay, are we in IPD array right now on the higher time frames, right? And then I'm kind of waiting to see for that. Is that PD array going to hold? Is it going to disrespect, etc.? And then I can obviously look to capture a move in the 15 minutes to an hour window that I'm looking to trade. So it's one of those things for me where looking at the new day opening gap and new week opening gap, it really hasn't served me, if I'm just going to be totally honest with you guys. That's just my experience. For you guys, it's probably helped some of you a lot, and some of you probably agree with me. So it's really just kind of up to you. What you decide is useful in your trading, what isn't. Some people like looking at YM for SMT divergence. I don't. So there's really not a, again, right or wrong way. But for me, I've just found that if I'm just reading pure price action, I feel like I see the market most clearly when I just do that. Thank you. Oh, glad I could help, YK. New week opening gaps and end dogs in 2025. No stream yesterday. You know, Jacob, I'm like, well, I'm not going to lie. Kind of had a late night Sunday, so I was already a little bit kind of dragging ass. Then it was obviously a no news Monday, no red folder news. And I woke up, I looked at price, and you know, my intuition was just like, you know what? Not today. So that's why no stream yesterday. We are seeing price rally right now off of these recent lows. Heavy here on NASDAQ. Obviously, keep in mind the SMT is still present. We do have a 15-minute candle closure in less than a minute. And 15 minutes till red folder Joel's job opening. Please add Polish translation your stream. I don't even know if that's a thing, to be honest. Maybe I should just get a I should just get like an interpreter that just right next to my camera. I guess this really wouldn't make sense though, would it? Get like a sign language interpreter. I don't know sign language, but wouldn't that be cool? Probably a little distracting, huh? Bar Stas, I'm going to say, what a great opportunity for you to really become fluent in English. What a great opportunity. As a fellow Polak, seems like I'd maybe be doing you a favor. Vampy says news at 10. No way. Vampy, are you lying? Is there actually news at 10? Stop. He's joking, right, chat? Why is he making stuff up now? News at 10, he says. I pass. You pay my first $85 PA, just the first. Let me think about it. Nah. Tyler, I think there is news at 10, says Jan Van. No, there's not, Jan Van. Stop lying to me. You and... Oh, Vampy says meant to be a question. Oh, I see. You forgot the question mark, I think. Did you? Yeah. Yeah, you forgot the question mark. All right, I'll say this one last time and one last time only. We do have news at 10. Yes. I do believe I may have mentioned it maybe 6 or 7 times. Get it? 6, 7. Look at the 1 minute chart. What do you want me to see on the 1 minute chart right now? What do you want me to see? It sounds like a great opportunity to just get in something right before the news and just get totally obliterated. That's what the 1 minute chart sounds like to me right now. But I guess if you want to start hitting some longs, I mean, shit, go for it, man. What do you want? What do you want from me? A permission slip? I'll sign it. Just bring it over. Let Daddy sign it. Set up NinjaTrader for copy trading. I have to do KYC, right? Trying to set up NinjaTrader for copy trading. I mean, I'm assuming you're talking props. Obviously, if you're copy trading, you do not have to do KYC, no. Obviously, you have to give your information to the prop firm when you take a payout. Otherwise, no. Not for NinjaTrader, no. Josh is already in long. I kind of figured, Josh, you were the one that was telling me to look at the 1 minute. Good luck, man. I see what you're seeing. I see what you're seeing, but I'll just wait. Because if we get this push up to the upside, I assume a lot of us have similar DOLs. You know, obviously we got these internal highs, Asia highs, etc., kind of short term. But I'm assuming, you guys can let me know if I'm wrong. I'm assuming our eyes are 25,000 and above, 25,027. This is previous weekly high. But I would agree that obviously this would be low-hanging fruit, right? Low-hanging fruit to get back up into here. You could see price maybe show a little bit of resistance in here. 1 hour gap. But yeah, I'm chilling for now. Macro starting basically right now. And then we got news in 10 minutes, boys and girls. News in 10, news in 10. No trades for me at the moment. Just waiting. No trades for your boy. Does kind of look like it wants to maybe hold this 5-minute gap and do another drive lower here, though, at the moment. We will see. I'm not sure taking it, but it's just what I've heard. The rumor has it. The rumor has it that there's news at 10. I'm not even sure at this point if there is news at 10 or not, or if that's just a big fat lie. We'll soon find out, though. What is your daily model? What is my daily model? I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily have an exact model that I could give you. Because I do feel as though it changes in terms of, like, I'm not always entering off of the same thing. Sometimes I enter off of a breaker. Sometimes I enter off of an order block. Sometimes I enter off of an inversion. But essentially, I would say, if I had to summarize my model, or to summarize what I'm trying to identify when identifying draw and liquidity, is obviously premium and discount. Premium and discount, and then identifying the power of 3 that is taking place in New York AM session. And I know it's a vague description, but that's just reality. You're not going to get the same entry model presented to you every day. I'm more so trying to figure out, okay, where are we drawing towards? Can I identify manipulation so I can be a part of the distribution towards that draw? And that's really what I'm going for. How I enter is not really as important to me. I don't care if it's an inversion or not. To be honest with you, I'd prefer it's not an inversion fair value gap, to be honest. Just because, you know, when you are wrong, taking an inversion, usually you're taking a trade. You're getting the perfect entry in the wrong direction most of the time. If an inversion fair value gap fails you, you quite literally probably got the worst entry that you could have gotten for that wrong idea. So that's why inversions are not actually my first choice. I do prefer to enter trades when price is pulling back against me, like into a fair value gap or into a breaker. You know, because then if you're correct, you're just going to get generally a really good entry with little to no drawdown. I do use breakers, of course. Of course. We got all these, listen, we got all these tools in our tool belt, boys. Sometimes I need to dust off the breakers. Sometimes I need to holster the breakers, and I need to trade a fair value gap. But then, hey, listen, if my fair value gaps aren't sighted in properly, sometimes I got to holster the fair value gaps. You know what I'm saying? And I got to use something else. So it's plenty of tools at our disposal, boys and girls. Sometimes I just channel my inner ICT and I let Michael Huddleston, the spirit of Michael Huddleston, guide my finger on the mouse. problem with that is I haven't figured out how to package that one yet and sell it in a course. As soon as I do, I'm going to be rich. But yeah, I haven't figured out how to teach that one yet. But I will say this, though. Yeah, I mean, I only use the basic concepts, right? Order blocks, breaker blocks, fair value gaps. Like, I ain't sitting here trying to trade Reaper gaps and freaking... I mean, I don't even know how many... There's so many different things. Propulsion blocks. I mean, I guess I trade propulsion blocks, but I use them just like an order block. Mitigation blocks. What else is there? Like I said, I don't really use new day opening gaps necessarily. I don't really use new week opening gaps too much. You know, not for like entry criteria. Rejection blocks. I would say that I use rejection blocks as... I look for confirmation out of rejection blocks, right? I would say it would be how I use those. I don't tend to enter off of them necessarily unless I'm entering, you know, I might be entering in like a 15-minute or a 1-hour rejection block, but I'm using like a 1-minute confirmation to do so, right? Fair value gap, inversion, fair value gap. All right, but looking at this now, we are seeing price. News is coming out in 5 minutes, by the way, chat. And yeah, this 4-hour candle will close in 4 minutes. We'll see how it closes, but right now, where are we at relative to this range here? Still a little bit in a premium. On a 4-hour range, right? You could maybe make the argument for a slightly smaller dealing range here. At which case we've rebalanced. I do think that this 4-hour close potentially could tell us a lot. If we close back in this gap, I mean, I would not mind at all that 10 a.m. reversal coming in and getting a trade higher from there. Yeah, the long didn't work there, Josh. The long didn't. That's all right though. Hey, I did see what you were seeing. I know you saw the liquidity sweep to the left, SMT. You know, you got an inversion here on the 1 minute as well. You're probably like really pissed off right now because you're like, what the fuck? And I'm just gonna say it was a. I'm not gonna say it's a bad setup based on price. I'm gonna say it was a bad setup based on just knowing that we have 10 a.m. red folder news. It happens. The hell is this? All right. News in 2 minutes, chat. We are getting this inversion back up now. On the 1 minute after taking the low out. I mean, yeah, it looks good. Looks real good. Might have to use micros. Let's see. Kind of, yeah. Be mindful of size, guys, and size of your stop. In all likelihood, we'll be using micros here. All right, guys. News in a minute. News in a minute. Waiting on the news. I'm not taking this right this second. I want to let this news pass. It does look good though. Chat, tell me I'm not lying. Tell me this don't look good for a move higher. That news is scary though. I'm not gonna lie. She is. She is. Oh, dude. Josh is fuming right now. All right, guys. News in 10 seconds. Everybody stay calm. Here we go. So 4-hour gap did obviously end up holding. Ended up getting a nice wick rejection at the very end of that candle. So I still like the longs here. SMT actually still held as well at the low. I'm gonna set a buy limit basically at 50% of this leg currently. Just above that inversion. I'm gonna see if we can trade this up to Asia high. Wonder if we can, yeah, wonder if we get picked up or not. I swore there was a... yeah, there is a 2-minute gap. 3-minute gap. It's not as prominent on the micro. All right. That's kind of the only unfortunate part about waiting for the news sometimes is sometimes this... Like, if this just runs, right, it's going to be like, ah, shit. But better be safe than sorry, right? Going to be interesting, though. We are about to trade into a 15-minute bearish gap on NQ. We're trading higher on ES right now. TP would be Asia high, 856. I mean, yeah, beautiful rejections here on the 15. Look at these wicks. But this is what I mean. This 15-minute gap here, it's like, you know, we get above this. I mean, like, this entry is probably toast. Shoot. Might just rip it. Let's see. You got this inversion at 9, basically 958. We'll see, though. I'm going to keep this limit on for now. Yeah, if anything, might move it up a little. But honestly, it's I'm almost going to be a little bit surprised if we get picked up. Never say never, though. Never say never. But yeah, entry. I'm trying to get the entry at 50% of this leg. So trying to be precise as I can without being too picky. Yeah, order block here. Obviously, we got some unmitigated lower time frame fair value gaps as well here. So I will say I don't really want to move it up any more than this. You can see that the risk reward, like we're just a hair under 2R now. What a reaction out of that 15-minute gap, huh? Ooh. I kind of don't like that. But yeah, the 4-hour did hold. That's what I wanted to see. I'm trying to... All right, I'm in this. I'm going to give this a go. Give this a go. We did get a pretty strong reaction out of this 15-minute gap above this high. Obviously, that's a little bit freaky. Use good risk management, boys and girls. But I'm going to trust the 4-hour gap for now. We got, yeah, macro. We're 7 minutes into the new hour. Moment of truth, boys. It's 4-hour bullish fair value gap versus 15-minute bearish fair value gap. We'll see if the higher time frame can prevail. It is the last day of the month. That is correct. That is correct. Well, what do we think? Cooked or not cooked? Hedge your bets now, boys and girls. Don't wait for it to be 2 points from stop loss and then say cooked. That's cheating. Reload my chart. Why would I do that? What's wrong with my chart? Preheated. We'll see. I mean, we're holding it for now. I'm glad we didn't just rip right through it. But what this is telling me is that if this is going to work out, might have to suffer through just holding it. And it might not be the fastest move. All right, back in green. Oh, JK, LOL. Today looks like Hunter Days if we cooked. Hunter Days? You mean Seek and Destroy? Wait. Yeah. Yeah, if this fails, we're probably just going to see we're just going to chop at these lows, or we're just going to see a slow little grind lower probably the rest of the hour, to be honest. Probably the rest of the hour, probably going for this higher time frame, deeper retrace, at least, if that is the case, which is this 4-hour range. NQ's a wiki bitch. Don't make NQ mad. If we talk nice to NQ, maybe it'll hold for us. I don't want to verbally abuse NQ until it hits my stop. At that point, the damage has been done. Why do you keep telling me to reload my chart? What the fuck are you saying? My chart is working perfectly fine. Reload your internet. I don't what are you saying? The wicks looked off. Yeah, this is the MNQ chart. So the wicks, I mean, the wicks can be different than E-mini. I mean, can you guys not see my screen? I'm confused. If you ask me to reload my chart one more time, Harshal, I'm going to put you in timeout. Seems fine to me, too. Humana. Tell me why. Well, back at entry. Been here for a few minutes, huh? Yeah, I just pulled up my stream. Minutes, huh? Oops. I just pulled up my stream on my other monitor. Shit looks perfect. Can't believe I'm giving you guys such high quality 1440 P60 HD. Oh my God. Amazing. Amazing. Every stop loss, every take profit is hit with perfect high definition, crisp resolution. It's beautiful. Like, listen, if you're going to see someone get stopped out on YouTube Live, you want to see them getting stopped out in the crispest resolution possible, right? Like, what else? Like, would you rather see someone getting stopped out with blurry resolution? Probably not. You know, you want to see that red P&L, you know? You really do. All right, this is a big moment of truth, though, chat. This is a big moment of truth. Like I said, we're out of the macro here. This could be a... You just gotta hold through it. If we're wrong, or if I'm wrong, I should say, and we do go lower, I would expect this gap to send this shit. To be honest. I don't see fair value gap where you enter. You don't? Look harder. I also entered off of 50% of the leg. I didn't use like a 1 minute gap alone for the entry. I used 50% of the range. It was inside of a 1, 2, 3 minute gap, 1 minute order block. My entry was, my limit order was set right at 50%. Oh yeah, boys. Yeah. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I think ES is going to beat NQ to Asia High because risk reward is just a hair under 2R. That's the only thing that's like, do I not partial at all? We'll see. But anyway, what I was going to say was I think I'd maybe be tempted to partial at least a little if obviously ES beats NQ to the punch and then obviously hold. But let me see how we're feeling when we get there. We might still hold this gap and send this shit lower. We see us flip this 1 minute bullish gap. I may just pop out of this. Congrats, Blake. Pass another eval. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Loves these struggle sessions. They're the best. Yeah, I really don't want to see this become an inversion for a value gap. That's going to be tough. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm out, boys. I'm going to take this off. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't like that one bit. I took that off. I took it off. Let's see how it works out for me. It's 10:20 right now. This 5-minute wicked all the way down, holding this 5-minute gap as well. We'll find out. It just feels like a riskier hold now, but the 4 hour, you still have the 4-hour gap supporting this price down here. So it's really up to you. Yeah, no, I'm watching all the different time frames up here on my other monitor. I got 5, 15 hour. I was fine with letting it pull back for this gap, but I just didn't want to see it inverse, and then the 5-minute held the bearish gap. I mean, I told you guys if we flip this gap, I was going to get out. We flipped the gap, I got out. If it just goes from here, then that's kind of just unfortunate. Could look for re-entry if that's the case. But I don't know. I think it was a responsible decision. Hindsight will tell me if it was the right decision or not, but nice. Just rips. Well, that sucks. That sucks kind of, don't it? Paper hands? Yeah, no shit. Yeah, that's all right though. It's easy to say that. It's easy to say that when it goes immediately back in your direction. When it just pierces right through and tanks to your stop loss, you're always happy with that decision. So, yeah. No regrets. Really? Not even a single letter? Too much size of scared? No. Well, sure, sometimes, JT. I would say if you're too scared to execute, you're trading too much size, but yeah, I was only risking 728 there. I was not risking too much size. But just trying to make good decisions here. ICT call out failed. Did it? What did he call out? Yeah, shoot. We'll see. Where would I, my question to myself is, where would I want to short this if a short does come in? So we've already kind of outlined, obviously, that we could go lower, right? So, previous weekly low, weekly fair value gap, etc. So we got room to the downside for sure. Higher time frame, 4-hour rebalance. Guess I just like to see some displacement down here and look to set something up. I'm not going to enter short off of this though. You got to think where we're at here currently in price. Neither short or the long are invalidated currently. And obviously, if you can just look at the 5, you can kind of see how we look, right? Definitely some high resistance in between PD arrays. This 5-minute flipped all the way back down in the last 5 minutes again and wicked. So the wicks definitely are doing some damage right now. And probably inducing some people. How about those paper hands, boys? How about those paper hands, boys? Don't look so stupid now, does it? No, it doesn't. Oh. See, hindsight. I say that and he'll probably get a God candle straight up. Oh, is Trump talking? The fuck is he saying? Oh my God, he is. Does this guy ever shut up? 10 trillion to Israel. Yeah, he is doing his thing.
And you must have felt like hell when you have a wife or a husband at home and you used to read the numbers that we can't get people to join the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard.
Oh, you can't get him to join, can you? Well, maybe stop fucking sending him to die for Israel. That might help. What do I know, though? Too far? Or... Oh my God, God candle. Oh my God, God candle. When he says the best country in the world, market drops down 100 points for... All right. Yeah, boys. Oh, yucky, huh? Might be a wait till 11 a.m. kind of a play here. 10:30 is incoming. We'll see what 10:30 brings. Yeah, it's a toss-up right here. It really is. Hedge your bets in the chat. Obviously, you guys were bullish going into the day. I don't know if you guys are still feeling higher right now, feeling like we're going to see a sell-off come in. It's a toss-up. It really is a toss-up right now. Kind of hoping we see lower. Partially because that's what price is starting to look like it wants to do, but then also just the fact that I'm not in my long anymore, so I kind of want to see that as well, but... yeah, this is tough. Yeah, send it over, Kev. Go ahead. I'm gonna What's up, Luca? Luca says bearish. For our SMT at the high. Andrew, we have SMT both sides of the range. There's SMT at the low as well. Yeah, this price action is less than ideal. It's really kind of, I don't know. 10 a.m. news can really make silver bullet hour shitty. Here's the last day of the month. What does the monthly candle look like right now? Oh gosh. Yeah, boys. Holy. What a month. We're about to close above previous month high, most likely, unless we just get an absolute tank today. Let's just go ahead and clear all this up for now. Let's watch the 5-minute. All right, well, 5-minute did just finally close here at the 10:30 mark. Over this 5-minute now. No kidding. Only took 15 minutes. See if it means anything. If you look at the 15-minute chart on ES and tell me that ain't the type of price action that blown accounts are made of. I'll just show you. Oh, I don't even need to show you the 15. Look at the 1 minute. Holy fuck. Look at this. I'm dead. I'm rich. I'm dead. I'm rich. I'm dead. I'm rich. Oh my. Lambo McDonald's. Lambo McDonald's. Good Lord. Oh. It is one of our favorite pastimes, isn't it? Just complaining about price action when it chops like a you know what? Ain't that fun to do? I find it fun to do. Yeah, I mean shit. I mean. Oh, there she goes now. Maybe. As soon as that 5-minute gave up, we traded down into it, holding the inversion. Man. Could it be? Could it be? I don't know. I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna chase this though. Something tells me that if this is gonna run, just let it run. Does that make me a chicken, chat? I'm just like, dude, at this point, at least not until we get in the macro. I don't know. Something tells me that this could just be potential inducement. Yeah, it's just a little tough right now. How are we doing though, boys? How are we doing? Let me know. Let me know. It sounds like some of you guys basically just caught this scalp into the opposing PD array, and we're good with that. So kudos to you guys, I guess. 39, 40 points. I mean, if you're scalping this range, maybe you're having a heyday. No balls. I know, Cole. I know it. What am I supposed to do, though? Oh, yeah, full port. I forgot. Day is long. Stay steam afternoon. And we all trade together. Oh, I see. You're saying stay and stream in the afternoon? Maybe we will do a PM stream. I'm done. Well, it really kind of depends on how this morning wraps up. Really interested to see what we do at 11 a.m. macro. You know, if we get some great delivery at 11, that'd be fantastic. I mean, I would expect. I know it's the last day of the month. I mean, sometimes the last day of the month can be tricky, right? It really kind of depends on how that monthly candle wants to close, but given that it's NFP week, I'll be honest, I was a little surprised. I still thought that, like, just because it was NFP week, you know, I thought yesterday would still deliver some decent opportunities, potentially because of that. And it maybe gave one, right? It gave like one sell-off opportunity, I would say, kind of, again, late though, 11 a.m., right? We get this manipulation right before opening bell. We open up, we trade higher, and we chop, silver bullet hour. And then, like, yeah, 11 a.m. comes in. Boom, we get the sell-off back down to the end of the range, and then we go sideways the rest of the day, right? So, like, your best opportunity was this 11 a.m. short. And outside of that, it was just range trading. So for NFP week protocol, it's a little bit, again, just troubling. I mean, usually it's Monday through Thursday or Monday through Wednesday, and then Thursday is more so like your chop day before NFP, and then obviously trading post NFP. But now it's like, shoot, not exactly what the doctor would necessarily order for NFP, but you didn't think PM was too bad yesterday? Oh man, this looks nasty though, don't it? I feel like this looks gross. PM yesterday. Here? Yeah, this is PM right here. Got another drive lower maybe. This trade here. I think this was like a higher time frame, like hourly gap, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe a 15-minute. I was watching it and, you know, mentally tape. Yeah, so 1 hour fair value gap there, and then you got another drive lower. So maybe that, if you're talking, maybe that trade is what you caught. Yeah, 230 roughly, and then this 5-minute, nice setup here on the 5. Get that little move there. So yeah, maybe if you caught that, but predominantly, right? Like you're not getting like spooling, you're not getting expansion really. This was just been internal to external. But yeah, not bad, not bad. Workable. Nah. First presented fair value gap 1 minute long was excellent yesterday. Never failed. Nice. You're saying it never failed yesterday until it did fail? Gotcha. Oh no, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, the one, yeah. You're right. It never failed until it failed. I got you. What was first presented fair value gap? Probably somewhere in here. Yeah, never failed until it failed. I got it. I'm following you now. Yep. Now you're getting ES really picking up some speed down here. Legit 60 point. I know, but you, Michael, I was making fun of you. Said it never failed. Do you know what the word never means? Not only did it fail, but it failed within the same day. So I don't know if, to me, I just wouldn't classify that as never. All right. But Michael, let's be friends. What do you say? Dab me up, boy. Come on. You know what he goes, you know what I mean, bro. I know, that's the thing. I'm taking what you guys say literally. I mean, never is a strong word. Is it not? Yo, this fuckery today is insane. People are getting, you guys know people are, I don't even need to say it. This is crazy. It is just, let's just say market's bending people over a barrel and showing them the 50 states today.
Stop it. Get some help.
Oh my gosh. It does look like we are picking up some speed though, especially ES. ES is just flying down. 1039 right now. I am going to mark out this 1 hour on ES and NQ. 1 hour gap down here. Or potential draw here. I'm going to throw a sell limit on 775. Yo. They're going to pick me up. Okay. All right. All right, guys. I'm in short. As God candles are incoming. Back to hourly open. Stop is 800. Some of you guys are saying shorts is foolish. Taken in says every move is foolish. Call me a fool. Call me a fool. All right, guys. 15-minute closure in 4 minutes. 1 minute, sorry. Just a city boy. Born and raised in South Detroit. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Alex tried getting the countdown on. I put him in timeout right before he got to the 1. Yeah, stopped out on that. No cigar. Minus 490. Just a hair under 490. No follow through, man. Yeah, I guess it was foolish. So break even stop on the long. Stop it on the short. Definitely was a little early in terms of, obviously it's only 10:45 right now. Yeah, let's see what the 11 a.m. macro wants to do. You felt it coming? Yeah. I felt it. I felt it after it came. All over my back. Sorry. Listen, if you let your kids listen to you, if you let your kids listen to me while I'm on live, that's your own fault. If you got a little child sitting next to you while you're watching me on live stream, I mean, you can't be mad at it. You can't be mad at me. Like that's your own fault, you know? Mommy, what does he mean? Then all of a sudden I'm getting a strongly worded DM. Tyler, do you have to use such filthy language? My kid sits next to me while I trade in the mornings. It's like, go in the other room. What do you want me to do? Yeah, everybody knows the draw in hindsight. That's fantastic, Muse. Save some women for the rest of us. All the comments, all the geniuses come out after a stop loss as per usual. It doesn't matter what trade I take at this point. I could be in a trade. If I'm in drawdown, I'm cooked. I mean, how many people said I was gonna get cooked on the longs here? And then all of a sudden I'm in profit. And then I'm paper handing it for closing it, right? That's just like watching digital schizophrenia. But here comes the pump for higher. Shit. So initial draw looks like we're gonna get it after just a choppy silver bullet hour. Man. That sucks. Tuesdays, am I right? Every time. A singer in a smoky room. The smell of wine and cheap perfume. He took the midnight train going anywhere. Well, yeah, we got macro beginning here soon. 20 seconds away. Question is, would we get something like this? If we could, would I like to replay it? Probably, potentially, maybe yes. Macro has started. We've already taken out previous hourly high. The smell of wine and cheap perfume. He took the midnight train going anyway. Know that music never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers. I'm really just waiting to see if we do get a pullback or not. Macro is a myth, bro. Your name is almost El Macro. El Grande, I think you should change your name to El Macro. That'd be sick. Can you do that for me? He's gonna sit here and say macro is a myth, and we're gonna get this run in a macro. I mean, it just couldn't get any more. What a coincidence. Look what we did in the last macro. Took out the low, took out the high, bang. Macro's over. What do we do in between the macro? Chop City. New macro begins. We're gonna get the run to buy side. So I mean, I guess you don't have to believe in macro. See if I give a fuck. No skin off my ass. I'm T-Trade student. Nice. When's the last time you saw T-Trades execute live in front of you? Oh, never. Sweet. I like T-Trades. I'm not trying to take a shot at T-Trades. But my only grievance with people who teach in hindsight, who only teach in hindsight, it's really easy to look like the smartest trader ever invented. If all I ever did was teach you guys things in hindsight, you would think I'm the smartest trader alive. But because you have the benefit of watching me get stopped out from time to time and get it wrong. Low-key is a coincidence. All right, Jonas. Now he's trolling. Oh, he baited me. El Grande baited me. Does T-Trades not believe in the macro or something? Thanks, Jonas. Only believe in TJR. Listen, at this point, I only take trade signals from Jim Cramer. Is Q Banks legit? No. Legit scammer, maybe. TJR is pretty damn good. He is a good marketer. Great marketer. Great liar. Probably a better liar than a marketer. Well, we'll see, boys. We got 5 minutes till the top of the hour. Looks like we might just hold this gap and get the push. In the macro. That doesn't exist. But I'll be interested to see what we do after we take out this Asia high. That kind of bites though, man. Yeah, shit. Literally, like, I guess just hold this. just hold throughout all of it. Is like the only thing I could have done different with today's trades. Just like hold this through the whole hour of chop and then let it play until the next macro. I entered in the previous macro, but it was obviously towards the end of the macro. I mean, you guys spam messages and act like just retards, dude. Oh. Fair enough, Chris. Tyler, I got in long and was in 1 out of my 10 accounts. I'm fuming. Oh. Yeah, that bites. Allie says 857 buy side. Really, I'm impressed, Allie. Way to go. You mean the line that's been on my chart this whole session? Look at Nvidia. What's Nvidia doing? Up 3%. Yeah, Nvidia's pumping. Yeah. Like I said, the only thing I could have done different with this would have been hold my long throughout all of this chop. Just high resistance. Yeah, I just saw Choice Champion's name in the chat and decided to hide him from my channel. He's blocked. Don't worry, his next burner account will come in here any second, I'm sure. Take the middle line and then go to look for maximum beautiful trade. You hold for previous day high? That's up to you. We got FX billionaire money line. What's up, dude? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing all right. Sheesh. Hourly closure in 30 seconds. Looks like we're going to get this change in the state on the 1 hour or higher. But as far as like holding for previous day high, I don't know, dude. It's just like we've been so rangy today that like I'm not going to be surprised if we just take this out and then stay in a range. But I'm not going to be surprised either if we go to the previous day high. But yeah, anyway, one long, one short so far today. Obviously, the short didn't work out. The long just would have had to hold through an hour of chop, break even on that, close it out like a point in profit or 2 points in profit. There is Asia high. So that was the initial target for the longs. So yeah, if you held or if you just replayed it anywhere in here. Basically, as soon as I entered short off this, we immediately inversed and set up a BPR, and I just held it because my stop was right here, 800. Yeah, shoot. And then little institutional order flow entry drill off this 1 minute gap to Asia highs, 32 points. What do you do though? Shucks, shucks, shucks. Where do we go from here is the question. New hour. You can see the hourly candles here. So would almost like to see price trade back, retest this down close candle, this OB on the hour, and then set something up for continuation long probably. Would be what I would want to see. Ideally. But yeah, we could pull back. Maybe for like this 5 minute BPR. Yeah, dude, tough silver bullet hour there. Not gonna lie. That sucks. But yeah, man. Shoot, I don't know what I would like to do. What was the price? My price? I did get a decent entry. Where is it? Here. Entered at 50% of the leg that created this impulse. So my entry was 50% of this. Right here. Where my limit was set, OB, fair value gap on a 2 and 3 minute and 1 minute. Stop was at the low, traded up into this gap here, and then when we created this inversion here, I closed the trade out. This gap was holding. We were holding a 5 minute bearish fair value gap, created a 1 minute bearish inversion, decided to close the trade off, a couple points in profit, and then yeah, we just chopped obviously this range until 11 a.m. macro, man, and then the 11 a.m. macro delivers. You know, the macros that don't exist. But yeah, so my strike price on that was, it'll tell me, 767.5. ICT changed my trading. Please give me the code for your green candle color. ICT changed my trading. I don't know. You've been kind of a knucklehead in here at times. I don't know if I should. Unless you're gonna start behaving. I'll buy I'll buy your good behavior. With the green hex code. I've been gatekeeping this green hex code. Just been gatekeeping it all to myself. How to add to the chart that hourly candles. This is the 2 degrees power of 3. This one is a paid version. There is a free version called higher time frame power of 3, also by 2 degrees. I have the Pro Plus one on my chart here. And then there's also ICT higher time frame candles by Fadi. So a couple different options you can go with. All right. All right, I'll give you the hex code. I'll give you the hex code, but I don't want to see any more. I don't want to see any more sass out of you. ICT changed my trading. You understand? Do we have a deal? Yeah, risk management was fine though. This is the P&L here, boys. So down 488.20 per account. Why don't you use the daily candle? Why don't you use the daily candle low as your previous day low? Because I'm going off of New York midnight. Right. So the daily candle on the daily chart is not off New York midnight. So when I'm looking at previous day low, it it doesn't mean that I won't use it, right? I still think it's a significant liquidity pool. But I'm looking at, like, I'm counting yesterday's price action from New York midnight to New York midnight, you know, that low or high of day. A lot of the times it is the same. A lot of the times the high of the day or the low of the day will be the same as the daily candle, but there's obviously days where it's not. So it just really depends on your OCD, I guess, right? If you want to use New York midnight, which for those of us that trade ICT, that's how everything is taught. Everything on the algorithm is based on that. So even if I use the higher time frame, like even if I make this the daily candle instead of the 1 hour, I have used New York midnight toggled on. So the daily candle that it'll give me here could be different than the daily candle that's just printed on your normal trading view chart. So looking at the daily, look what we did. I don't know, let's compare this. Let's compare this to the daily chart on trading view. Daily chart on trading view. I'm just seeing if there's a difference. Yeah, it looks like we took out this previous day low on the daily candle for both. Looks like either way we took the daily. Yeah, we took out this daily low here either way. But yeah, that's my reasoning for it. So Hope that answers your question. Only MNQ did? Oh, okay, I see. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, shoot. Well, 11 a.m. macro is coming to an end here. Trump is not talking anymore, so he's done. Yeah, man, shit. What a tough fucking... Let's do a P&L check. Green, red, flat. All right, let's see how you guys did today. Green, red, or flat. Probably will. I mean, yeah, probably will look for PM session setups. I just don't know what we're gonna get the rest of the day. I might be done trading for the day if like we just stay in this range again. You know, if I'm checking out price and we just fail to leave this range, which it's looking like could be a possibility. But obviously, if price could see some displacement toward this previous day high is not far, right? I mean, we're literally 130 points away from previous day high, so I don't think this is, you know, a super ambitious price target to hit. Personally, but yeah, shucks. Well, I figured the account blown option, people just hit red. Yeah, maybe I'll add. I'm gonna add a fourth option just to see next time. Yeah. Wonder if we could get the short down into here though. Five-minute BPR. Yeah, I don't know. Tough day though. Tough day to read price for sure. Like I said, not to beat a dead horse, but only thing I could have done different is just hold through chop. Which, I don't know. It's tough. I don't mind. It obviously sucks when your price target gets hit and had you just held like you would have hit your take profit. Obviously, you know, I'm not going to lie and say that doesn't sting a little bit. Obviously, it always stings a little, but I also hate just holding trades that chop like this. You know what I mean? Like, just in terms of mental capital, like, if I'm sitting here through this, like, there's probably 18 different times I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm screwed. You know? And I'm just holding. I don't like that either, but we're working on it. Ooh, my opponent, I want to play super safe with this new account. It would be first payoff if I can manage risk. Not gonna lie, this hurt being red. Yeah, as of right now, I'm red going on 2 days in a row as well. I was red Friday. Friday I lost. I think I lost like 470 or something on Friday. So yeah, after hitting a couple nice banger trades, few banger trades over the last couple of weeks. On a little bit of red Friday, slight red, and then slight red today. I mean, the nice part is the risk has been managed really well. So my losses last two trading days for me, less than $500 each. So That's the good news. That is the good news. I'm gonna get first pay as well. Trading Apex intraday is super emotional too. Oh yeah, the intraday trailing drawdown on days like this are tough. I mean, they're tough regardless any day, but tough. I will say this though, boys and girls. I mean, I think I'll call it here for the morning at least. I definitely will have my eye on things going into PM session. And yeah, it's probably gonna stem from obviously like what we do here. This 15-minute gap just got left behind. We're trading down into this. Maybe we see price really dig down into here. Maybe we don't, right? But either way, if I'm gonna participate in anything, I'm probably gonna be looking to see, or I'm gonna be hoping to see probably some displacement out of here, and then maybe we get some continuation toward previous day high in the PM session. That'd be like my ideal scenario. Some of you, I'm assuming, are probably in your mind right now like, well, Tyler, we have SMT with Asia high, which is true. And maybe we just see price totally sell off here. Very possible. I don't know. Today, on a day like today, it's like shit. You could say one thing and then an hour from now or 30 minutes from now, you could be saying something totally different. So I don't want to say anything super concrete, but as far as what I'm hoping for, that is what I'd like to see. So that'd make things easier at least. But anyway, yeah, I'll leave it there for now, boys. A little red day for me at the moment. I will keep you guys updated on Discord and on Twitter. If you guys feel free to follow along. If I take anything else today, slight red so far. Hopefully we can get it back. If not, plenty of hoop left. Plenty of hoop left, boys. Like the stream before you hit the dusty trail. Appreciate you guys showing up as always. If you want to get fun with Tradeify, use code Tyler at checkout. And what else? Oh, I'll be back live here tomorrow. Obviously, nothing else. Same time, same place. Last day of September, boys and girls. So we'll be in October officially tomorrow. OPEC meetings tomorrow. We got first non-farm event early in pre-market and PMI data at 10 a.m. So probably be a good day to be patient tomorrow as well. But we'll see where we're at when we get there, boys and girls. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead and enjoy your Tuesday if you can. If you're red, don't let it bother you too much. Don't do anything you're going to regret. Be smart. If you're green, congratulations. If you're flat, honestly, good day to be flat. Otherwise, yeah, man, I will keep you guys updated on Discord and on Twitter for anything else from me today. Otherwise, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning. Peace and love, everybody.
Tyler Trade sits at his desk, coffee in hand. The NASDAQ charts on his screen, he's in command. He's a day trader, chasing dollars and dreams. Using ICT concepts, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. From Fibonacci retracements to volume spread analysis, Tyler knows the smart money. He's gaining an advantage. He watches the market like a hawk in the sky. With every tick and every turn, he's catching the high. Running with the smart money, kicking up dust. Tyler Trade's a day trader you can trust. He's dancing with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks. He's a millionaire. with the bulls, riding with the bears, making moves, taking risks, he's a millionaire.